YouTubers, just another video. I'm doing this, I don't normally do videos on this subject, but I came across something on Yahoo the other day, and it was about cigarettes, saying that all logos, brands that you see on your cigarettes, from Lambert, Butler, Windsor Blue, Marlboro Lights, Mayfair, any kind of brand that you see on your cigarettes. I came across something yesterday on YouTube, which I'll link it. No, sorry, not on YouTube, sorry, on Yahoo, which I'll link it at the bottom, saying that they're thinking about changing all the packets to plain packets, where they're just going to have the brand in the name of the bags, and plus the government's logo, which telling you that bags are bad for you, that black and white writing. The government says that they're thinking about changing it, and England's going to get started first because they're trying to get young people to stop smoking. They think that if they change the outlook of the packets, it'll stop young people getting into the idea that smoking's cool, and they'll stop smoking. But what I don't get is the fact is if they change the packets, how is that going to stop people from smoking? I mean, as long as they know that the name of the brand that they used to smoke, they're not going to bother if the packet's brown, whatever colour they're going to make it, which I think they're going to make it brown, plain. I mean, as long as it's got the cigarettes in the packet, they're still going to smoke it. So I don't understand why they're doing that. They're thinking it's going to stop younger people from smoking. And also, I came across something on Google, which I don't know if it's quite true or not, it could be a rumour as such, that they're thinking about banning all vending machines that give you the cigarettes. You know, the machines that you put your money in and you get your cigarettes. They're thinking about banning them. And also, on that link that I'll put at the bottom, about the cigarette packets going for plain to plain packets, they're thinking about banning all tobacco. Now, there's a lot of folk out there in the UK, because this is happening in the UK, that smoke tobacco. I mean, I smoke myself, and I sometimes smoke tobacco. So a lot of people that can't afford cigarettes usually get pouch of tobacco because it's cheaper. But if they're going to ban it, then all they're going to have left is cigarettes. And the prices for cigarettes is going to go higher and higher, and we're just not going to be able to afford it. So I don't understand why they're doing that. I mean, it's not going to change anything in my views, but if you've got any other comments that you want to leave about it, you can comment below. I mean, this is happening in the UK, so if you're from a different country, you can comment below about your views or how cigarettes affect you in your country and how they're doing it in your country, because there's a lot of rumours going about that they're thinking about banning cigarettes altogether. Now, if cigarettes get taken off the shelf, what are people supposed to do that smoke? I mean, there's a lot of people find it hard to stop smoking. They're probably too far gone and they need their cigarettes. They're going to have to go elsewhere for it, and it's just going to create more problems than it's worth. So, I mean, if the government really wanted to stop people smoking, then they could say to themselves, well, the only way we're going to get young people to stop smoking is banning cigarettes altogether, which I think is a bad option. But if they thought, well, it's going to stop young people, then they could have went for that option. You know, we just have to live with it, because, you know, we aren't in control of what happens, the government is. And the rate the government's going, the population for UK is going to go downhill, because sooner you're going to be able to not smoke. I mean, obviously you can't smoke in pubs because that was banned. You had to go outside, so that created more problems. And if they're going to ban cigarettes, why not do alcohol? Because, you know, alcohol is a big killer as well. You know, you can get cirrhosis of the liver and all that. You know, as well as you can get lung cancer if you smoke. Even you can get cancer in the lungs with passive smoke. I mean, you don't have to smoke. You could be in a room full of people that smoke and you're still breathing that smoke. You know, so that's I think the reason why they banned it in pubs, because there's a lot of folk that were going into pubs that didn't smoke, but had to sit there while that other person smoked and they breathed in the fumes. You know, that was a good way they done it, but for people that are smokers and that, it created a lot of problems. You know, if you wanted to have a fag, you had to go out in the freezing cold. Or say, for instance, you were talking to somebody that was a non-smoker and in a club or something, and you were dying of a fag, and you said to them, can you wait 5 minutes or whatever, and you went outside to have your fag, and when you came back and that person wasn't there, they were away talking to someone else. I mean, if you could smoke in the place, you wouldn't have that problem of having to go outside. And it's just creating more problems than it's worth. And I just thought I'd do this video to let all you guys know what's happening and to get your views on what you think should be the best way they should approach it when dealing with cigarettes for young people. I mean, they've stopped all the adverts for cigarettes because there used to be adverts on the telly years ago. They've stopped that. I think they've stopped all the billboards of cigarettes because there used to be a lot of that. They've stopped smoking in bars, in pubs and clubs. And now they're thinking about banning all the cigarette machines and making all the cigarettes become plain packets. I mean, it's not going to bother me if the cigarettes are plain packets or if they're not. As long as I can get the fags that's in it, then that's really all that matters. You know, so if you want to comment below, you can, and you can also email me, which I'll put that link below. And just, you know, I just want to know the views on other people's thoughts on how the government's dealing with cigarettes. And I also want to know if there's anyone from a different country watching this video, could comment below on how the government in their countries how they deal with the cigarettes. Are they banning the same way as they do in the UK? Because I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of countries that don't do the same way as what the government do in the UK. You know, and people are thinking, why should they get to do what they want, but in our country we've got to do what the government tells us. There is a lot of people that kind of don't like the idea of the government trying to take over when people are so used to how things were. So that's all I've got to say at the moment, and I'll be posting up more videos soon. Okay, bye.